This is Hala Jabir for the Sunday Times. We are currently in Damascus, the Syrian capital. We are about to meet with President Bashar al-Assad, who's given us his first official interview to discuss the current situation following his country's suspension from the Arab League last week, and also discuss the future of Syria, given that now it's totally isolated from both the Arab and the Western world. Mr. President, do you think or believe that the security officer in the army's reaction to protesters has been harsh and over-aggressive at times?
Saying harsh or aggressive is a subjective term. So it's better to talk about the policy of the government. We don't have any policy to be harsh, because all our policy during the last decade has been based on the support of the public in Syria. So it cannot be against the public. If there's any mistakes committed by some of the personnel in any apparatus, could be dealt through the investigation committee that we formed during the last few months. But when you have instability, you may have some problems, you may have some mistakes in the street.
This is in particular because of the numbers of people that have been killed over the last 8 months. Yeah. That perhaps too many have been killed, and this method is not working. The military method doesn't work anymore. Is there any other way?
Talking about the killing, you have to ask who killed 800 officers and soldiers and policemen in the street. So we're not talking about peaceful demonstrations. We are talking about militants. Whenever you have militants, you have killing. So the role of the government is to fight those militants in order to restore the stability and to protect the civilians, not by leaving them do what they want to do and talking about killing. This is our job, and that's what we are doing now.
As a father, as a citizen, how do you feel when you see Syrians being killed or dying in the country?
You feel sorry, you feel pain, you feel sympathetic with their families, but at the end, the most important thing, what are you going to do? Not how are you going to feel. What are we going to do to protect them, or to protect, let's say, the other civilians, the other Syrians from being killed by militants? That's what we have to think about, and that's what we are doing on a daily basis.
So what will you do to protect the others?
We have to prevent militants from doing what they are doing now, killing civilians, doing massacres in different places in Syria. We have to stop smuggling armaments from outside Syria, from the borders of the neighboring countries. We have to stop having the money coming to support those militants again across the borders. That's what we have to do.
And how far will you go to save your country? If saving your country meant for you to resign from president or to give up the presidency, would you go that far?
I have no limit to do anything to serve the country. I'm here to serve the country. My country not here to serve me. So it's not about me, it's about Syria. The problem is not about the president now, it's about the stability of Syria, and it's about the unity of Syria. How can we keep Syria unified? If the president is a factor of unifying the country, has to stay. If he's a factor of dividing the country, has to leave. President or any other one. So this is the principle. But it's not, so far, it's about the unity of Syria. It's about the international intervention. Most of the Syrians are unified, and what's happening now is because of a minority of militants that's been killing Syrians on a daily basis.
But there's a sector of the community that is saying that you know, they are against you as a president or the regime, you as a president plus the regime. That sector, even if it's a minority, exists. So do they not have a right to say?
Of course they have the right, but through the through the elections. Through the elections. We are going to have elections in February or maybe March, and we're going to have a new parliament. After that, we're going to have new government. We're going to have a new constitution. That constitution will set the basis of how to elect president. If they need president or don't need him, they have the elections. They can go, they can participate in it. The ballot boxes will decide who should be president.
After over an hour of interviewing President Bashar al-Assad, during which time we asked over 30 questions, both political and personal, surprisingly I found a very calm, assured leader who believes that he can and will bring his country through this crisis and that there is light at the end of the tunnel.